that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunt.
When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go beat. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Sad about it, no sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go beat. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel the back.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some. But you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, here we go. Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Rodgers throwing again. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Results in a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And that's this guy. He's a refined route runner.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready, 190.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
All right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They got a man. It's Woods.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's got room. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire it.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Robert Woods, 29 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Partner, are they going to cover him? Well, that's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at it. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Henderson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, bro, 80! Here we go, G, get off the field. 89!
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And Woods has it complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 8. Complete to Robert Woods. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Step 180! 380! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it!
Play fake. Rivers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry there to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First down and 10 at their own 19.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer on 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Alpha.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's at the 50. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Morton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got Lockett. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ted Hendricks.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that